Where am I now? Celine, this looks just like my room. I knew it. I'm back in Ymir. I'm finally back home. My memories are kind of hazy now, but I think that means everything that happened in the mountains.
Why'd it get so cold all of a sudden? Oh, you finally woke up?
Yeah, just a second ago. How about you? Feeling better after a catnap?
I guess. I slept more than I meant to, actually. You're awake.
So I'm an idiot. I was talking with the mic muted, but welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. But yeah, let's just continue. There's our sister.
Elise!
I guess they're like half sister or
Good morning.
like Rean was adopted, so that's good. That's how they're gonna force that in the idea of Elise liking Rean.
Actually, it's probably closer to noon now, isn't it? Elise?
Oh, I'm so happy that you're awake. You don't know how scared I was. There was all that chaos in the capital, and then we lost all contact with you. We had no idea where you were. I'm just so relieved.
I'm sorry.
Oh, and something I wanted to talk about. I'm just gonna
I'm
wait.
sorry for worrying you so much, Elise.
No, you don't need to apologize. I knew that somewhere out there you were all right, and that you'd come back safe. Welcome home, Rean.
It's good to be back, and thanks.
I see our two little lovebirds are as Twitter-pated as ever. Pardon? Good morning, Rean. And to you as well, Elise.
Hey there. Just swinging by to see how you're holding up.
You're here too, Your Highness? I'm really not dreaming then.
I'm wondering why she's here.
Oh,
This is the
you're so
princess.
silly, Rean. I would have thought the warmth of your dear sister pressed against your chest was proof enough of that. Your Highness, please.
Well, I'm just glad you're up. How are you feeling? Still sore? You've been fast asleep since we brought you back here yesterday.
I don't have any serious injuries, at least, but I doubt I'd be able to say that if you hadn't come when you did. Thanks, Toval.
I suppose I owe you my thanks, too. That art of yours didn't come a moment too soon.
You're both very welcome.
No one's going to mention that the cat is talking.
I just didn't want to give these two young ladies anything to cry about.
Aww.
I see you're finally up.
Are we about to meet his dad? Oh shit, these are
Dad.
his parents.
Mom!
Hello, Rean.
I think this is our first time seeing them.
It's wonderful to see you back home.
I imagine you have plenty of questions running through your mind, but first and foremost is getting you something to eat. We can discuss what to do from here on out after that.
Okay, so what I wanted to talk about at the end of last episode, I let the opening card play, and we saw the bad guys, and if you notice, one of them had the last name Orion, which is Millem's last name, and they were using a robotic creature like Aragetlum, which is what Millem uses. So it looks like Millem has a sister that uses the same thing, which I think is super cool. Maybe we'll learn more about what that thing is. I'm a little surprised that that this place hasn't been attacked at all by the terrorists. If they were looking for Rean, this is the first place I would go. Is his home? and I would occupy that. At least if it was me, and if I was the bad guy. It's like, oh, he's the only one that can stop us. Let's go to his hometown and make sure that if he heads there, we'll find him. It's been a month now since that so-called Noble Alliance occupied Heimdall. At present, they have effectively all of the nation's major cities under their control. The Imperial Army tried what they could to stop their advances, but the majority of their forces have already been defeated. I had a feeling that would be the case. If nothing else, at least you two are safe. We were at St. Estrella when the capital was occupied, so we were caught up in the chaos too. It was only thanks to Toval appearing and rescuing us that we're sitting here now. What were you doing there, Toval? I got an urgent request to escort Her Highness and Miss Elise to safety. As soon as I got that, I booked it there as fast as I could. But never turned down a personal request from Prince Oliver, you know. Prince Oliver asked you? Well, that explains it. He kindly escorted us out of the capital, successfully evading the Noble Alliance's attempts to pursue us. And roughly 10 days later, we were able to reach Ymir. I'm just so glad that you made it here safely. Unfortunately, it appears His Majesty the Emperor and Crown Prince Cedric fell into the Alliance's hands. The official story is that both of them have been taken into protective custody, so they're both rumored to be safe. However, Prince Oliver's whereabouts currently remain unknown. There's not even a confirmation that he's safe somewhere? That's more than a little worrying. You needn't be so concerned. I'm sure he's perfectly well. He made it through the chaos in Liberia last year unharmed, as you know. He's always been a resilient one. As for Cedric's father and mother, I'd like to believe they're all right too. I'm sure they are, Your Highness. I'm worried about the Imperial family as much as anyone, but if you don't mind me interjecting. Rean, I imagine you're probably most concerned about what happened to Trista and Thors. Luckily for you, we managed to get some info on that front. Please tell me everything you know. What's happening over at the Academy? Is everyone alright? I don't think this will come as much of a shock to you, but both Trista and Thor's military academy are completely under the Noble Alliance forces' control now. They were both taken over not long after the war began. No. Rean. No matter how much I thought about it, I didn't want to believe it was true. What about the students and our instructors? Honestly, I wish I had more I could tell you. There are rumors that they resisted being occupied as long as they could, but not much more than that. Try not to let concern get the best of you. It's too early to presume the worst has happened. Yeah, I'm with Lord Schwarzer here. On the contrary, some rumors would even suggest the opposite. What rumors? Word has it that a number of students and staff are unaccounted for, and the Noble Alliance is still trying to find them. And that means, have some of them managed to escape? Well, rumors are rumors. Still, your classmates and Sarah have more than gotten their feet wet at this point. I can't see them being taken down easily. The odds sound pretty good if you ask me. What say you? What else can I say? I would have to agree. Celine? I couldn't tell you where she is right now, but Emma's still alive. That's guaranteed. You can tell? I'm her familiar, so we've got a link of some kind between us. If anything were to happen to her, trust me, I'd know about it. All I know is that she's alive, though. Nothing else. How peculiar. Anyway, there's no point in assuming the worst when there's every chance that it hasn't happened. Why is no one mentioning that the cat is talking? So try keeping the faith, alright? Think of it this way. They're probably just as worried about you as you are for them. And yet here you are, safe and sound. You've got a point, actually. Safe and sound, you may very well be, but you're hardly in peak condition. Take this chance to stay home for a time and recover your strength. And while you're here, why not go pay everyone a visit? The whole village has been eagerly awaiting your recovery. It's true, I think they'd all be delighted to see you. And if you'd like, I'd be happy to accompany you. Thanks for the concern, Elise, but I'll be fine on my own, honest. Sounds like a good idea, Mom. I think I'll do just that. Sorry, one sec. Prologue, The Depths of Despair. It looks like Elise and Princess Alphen have already gone out. Like Mom said, it might not be a bad idea to follow suit. This could be a good chance to walk around the village and collect myself a bit. That's an interesting outfit. Alright. Ymir's town map can now be accessed by pressing the X button. Okay, that's where everyone is. We have to go talk to everyone. Oh, actually, let's head in here first. Talk to Mother. Wow, that smells delicious. Wait a sec. Is that pheasant stew? Your very favorite. Your father said that he wanted you to have a nourishing dinner, so he went and caught one himself. Really? I'll be sure to thank him later. Speaking of food, you've got a lot going on here. It smells amazing. Well, the circumstances may not be ideal, but it's been too long since we last dined together as a family. And ever since Her Highness arrived, it's been so lively that I feel like I've gained a second daughter. Times like these are when a mother has to put her best foot forward, don't you think? You really are the perfect mother. Even in times like these, you're right here, ready to warmly welcome us home with open arms. I can't see that ever changing. If only I were half as good as a son as you are, Mom. Aww. Mom? Is something wrong? It's not true at all. When I had no idea what was going on with you and your sister, I worried myself sick. At times it felt as though my chest was going to burst from it all. Believing that you two would come back to me safely was the key to keeping myself together. With that in mind, I could focus instead on getting this house ready to welcome you both home. Mom? Whatever doubts you may have about your place in this family, as long as you're here in this house, you are our son. If you're ever feeling down or afraid, you can always find comfort in my arms. And then, once you found the strength to keep going, you pick things back up right where you left them. Thanks, Mom. I actually feel a lot better now. Well, I look forward to dinner tonight. And make sure you work up a good appetite for it, alright? No worries there. Okay, Dad's up here. All the Empire's major cities are under the control of the Noble Alliance now. They've been so focused on those, they haven't had the time to deal with frontier regions like ours. Thankfully, this means that Ymir hasn't felt the full impact of the Civil War. It does seem that way. I was relieved to see how little's changed. A nice snowfall is the only real difference compared to my last visit. I would still think, though, that Crow specifically would go straight here. He'd be like, I know a lot about Rean. If, the one place that he'd probably be safest is in Ymir, so let's go to Ymir. By the way, I see you chose not to join the Noble Alliance. Is everything alright on that front? Well, I've never wanted anything to do with the Noble faction to begin with. There's always a chance they'll try and invite me to join, but I'm confident I can talk my way out of it. I'm a little concerned that I can't get in touch with Viscount Arcide, however. I could not speak. There. He can't? Or his father. He's in charge of the Courageous, I think they called it. Did something happen over in Graham? Oh, excuse me. Or maybe even the Courageous? Yeah, it was Courageous. I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, but it's Viscount Arcide that we're talking about. He'll be fine. Regardless, I'm trying to make sure that we're well prepared for anything. I think he's called the Sword Saint, or something like that. Especially since our duties have expanded to sheltering Her Highness. That's true. The Alliance already has His Majesty and the Crown Prince, so it's safe to assume they want Princess Alphen as well. Dad, let me know if there's anything I can do to make your job easier. I'm more than happy to help. Of course, I'm sure I'll be counting on you in the days to come. Still, start with trying not to rush things. You shouldn't have to jump to thinking you need to shoulder more than your fair share of responsibility. There's already so much burden that one person can bear. Do you think I'm shouldering too much? Admittedly, those are Master Kafai's words and not mine, but they get across what I want to say well enough. And whether I think it or not, this is a good chance for you to get some well-earned rest. I want you to make the most of it, alright? Sure. Thanks, Dad. And, it's a bit, random, but I do want to apologize for the start of this episode. I was talking to explain the last episode, and I realized I muted myself at the end of last episode and forgot to unmute. talk to the artistic here.
Oh, here you are, Elise. Wasn't expecting to find the two of you together.
Well, it's quite cold outside, so I thought I'd come and give Celine some warm milk. I keep telling her that she doesn't need to go out of her way for me, but she won't listen. The steam here is plenty to keep me warm. Oh no, that wouldn't do at all. You saved my brother's life. At least allow me to try and make your stay here in Ymir a comfortable one.
Celine saved my life? And when exactly did this happen?
I told her nothing of the sort. I keep trying to tell her it's not true, but she won't believe a word I say. Is something the matter?
Nope, not a thing.
Oh, they're not gonna talk about Valimar.
I'd really rather you didn't act like I saved his life, though. Besides, if anything, I should be the one who owes you. What do you mean? Nothing. Forget I said anything. The milk's cooled down a little now, so I'm going to have some. Thank you.
Thinking back on it, didn't Elise later say she spotted a cat when she went into the old schoolhouse? That better not have been who I think it is.
Oh, Celine's the one that lured Elise into the schoolhouse and almost got her killed.
Don't give me that look. I wouldn't have let her in there if I didn't think it was safe, you know? I was desperate. You just had such a half-hearted reaction to that door, so I started getting impatient and...
I can't believe you! She could've...
She wasn't in any danger, honestly. The Guardian in there was designed not to attack people unrelated to the trial. It didn't touch her even when she was right in front of it, right? That's proof enough. I'm sorry, okay? I never should have done it to begin with. Emma's lectured me over and over about it, too.
You're sorry! You...
I'm not sure why you're whispering to one another, but regardless, I want you to know how much I appreciate what you did. Like I said before, I want to make your stay a comfortable one. Whatever you need, please don't hesitate to ask. It's okay, really. And, sorry. Why are you sorry?
Well, she does genuinely seem to regret what she did. And Elise didn't come to any harm. I guess I'll let her off this time. I really do have one amazing little sister. Compared to her, I'm...
Damn, Rean really feels like a disappointment. Okay, this will just let us like look at special events, I'm guessing, and stuff like that, and like information on characters.
If you've come to thank me for saving your butt again, save it. I'm just glad I made it in time. Princess Alphen and that sister of yours are the ones you should be talking to. You were on their minds this whole time.
Yeah, I can tell. I really do appreciate you coming for me, though. I was pretty far out from town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. Just goes to show what bracers can do, I guess.
About that. I wasn't actually the one who found you.
You weren't?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you. Then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were. I figured it couldn't hurt to go take a look. And sure enough, there you were.
That's strange. I wonder who it was.
Wish I could tell you. I couldn't even recognize their voice. Nah, that's not really true. It was kind of familiar. Maybe. Whatever. No use dwelling on it. Right now, we've got bigger problems to tackle than mystery callers. There's the war, for starters.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much?
Well, we've been trying. We're pretty limited on what we can do. Partly because we've all been split up since the war broke out. I don't even know if any of the others in Erebonia are okay. Sarah included.
It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away.
Sure has. Not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage, but the Imperial Army's showing no signs of surrendering to them, particularly in a few regions across the country.
I see.
Oh, and another thing you might hear. We've been getting reports of a few Jaeger Corps taking part in the war too. Even members of Ouroboros.
Ouroboros. That secret society?
That's the one. Jaeger's being employed here in Erebonia is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days. As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. It's what they do best. Then there's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with problems right now. Crossbell's full of them too. There's so much to freak out about these days. It can drive you insane. Sorry, you've got enough on your plate without me dumping all this on you, huh? Try saving all those bad thoughts you got piling up for another day, okay? You need to focus on relaxing. You can decide what you want to do after that.
Sure. Thanks, Toval. You're probably right. You're just a fountain of good advice, huh?
I've just got a few years worth of life experience on you, that's all. Oh, and while I'm giving you good advice, why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way to clear your head.
It probably would. Hasn't let me down before. Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later.
You're finally up, Rean. Good to see you. Between going missing for a month and ending up on the Alliance's wanted list, you got us worried, young man. Oh wow, he's wanted. Sorry about that. I feel awful. Nah, don't be. We're just glad you're alright. Here, take a couple of these from me. You enjoy them with Elise later. Thank you. Feels like it's been forever since I last had the chance to enjoy your cooking. You may not look the type, I'm always amazed by how well he makes this stuff. I remember when he used to give Elise and me sweet things from all the time when we came home from Sunday school. Good times. Interesting, it just says shop. Okay. Just gonna kind of look at what we got here. Yeah, so those Sepith masks, you just pretty much turn them into Mira. Every monster is going to drop Sepith masks. And because of that, it's going to... Let's go over here first. I have a feeling this could be where Alphen is. What's in here? Okay, just storehouse. Oh nope, it's just the head chef. Oh, it's you, Rean. Your color's not looking half bad. If you're looking any worse, I was gonna have you drink some of the new vegetable juice I've been concocting. I'm perfectly fine without, thank you. How many new recipes have you made since I've been away? My creativity is infinite, Rean. I'm always striving to make the finest dishes in the land. You were brushing up on your own cooking skills at the academy, weren't you? Yeah, my classmates and I were cooking for ourselves at one point. Wait a sec, where'd my recipe book go? Did you lose it? I guess so. I had all kinds of different recipes written down too. Well, you went out of your way to come and see me. I suppose this is the least I can do. Take this. Is this a new recipe book? It's a spare I had lying around, so go ahead and use it. I know how much it hurts to start from scratch again, so I threw in a recipe to try. Here are some ingredients too. This is what Elise often used to bring me while I was training. Are you sure it's okay for me to just take these? Absolutely. I'm happy to see that you came to understand the joys of cooking while you were at the academy. And besides, taking the time to enjoy cooking should help to lift your spirits somewhat. It's a simple recipe, so why not go and make it with your family? Thank you very much then. Okay, so this is pretty much just gonna get us stuff we've been missing from the previous game. I completely forgot about the recipe book. We'll be cooking eventually, so I'll kind of show that off. Later. Okay, and this is the girls' bathroom. This is a long loading screen. Where did my game crash? Oh, okay. This game does not run as well as Cold Steel 1. I do think it's made by the translation, in the PC like crossover, not crossover. I can't think of the word. Bringing it to PC was made by a different company than 1, I believe, and same with 3. So maybe that's why. Let's talk to Alpha though. See if she's praying.
She's praying so intently. Thinking about it, she must be even more distressed right now than I am.
Why, hello, Rean! You're looking rather well today. Much better than you were yesterday, at any rate.
I feel loads better, actually. Thanks. How about you? Are you managing all right here? I'm guessing life in a tiny village like this is harder than you're used to. If there's anything I can do to make things easier for you, though, don't hesitate to let me know.
Oh, not at all. I've been simply loving my stay here. The scenery is stunning. The hot springs are oh so soothing. To say nothing of your mother's spectacular cooking. I'm having the time of my life here. I almost envy Elise for growing up in such a wonderful place.
I'm happy to hear you say that. Still.
On top of all that, I was able to reunite with you here. Oh, and meet a mysterious talking cat, too. Not everyone gets to do that now, do they? I still haven't had the pleasure of meeting that Ashen Knight of yours, however. Perhaps I might have the chance once he wakes up? I suppose I can dream.
Okay, so they do know about the Ashen Knight.
Well... I realize I'm the last person who has any right to say this, but there's no need to force yourself to bottle everything up and put on a brave face. I know how worried I am about my classmates, so I can only imagine how you must feel.
I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be royalty. I shouldn't be getting all worked up about something like this, but just thinking of what my family must be going through is just too much to bear. Cedric and we had a fight on the morning it all happened. I was planning to make up with him that evening, but
I'm sure he won't hold that against you. You'll be able to make up with him next time you see him. I'm sure that'll be sooner than you think, too. In the meantime, there's no need to force yourself to seem like being apart from them isn't bothering you. Royalty or not, no one would blame you for being worried or upset. And every single one of us here wants to do what we can to help you.
Thank you. I'm fine now. I hope I don't sound ungrateful, but I think you should be spending more time with Elise rather than me. This is your first chance in a while to spend some quality time together. I'd hate to take that away from her.
Why? I mean, it's true that she's a little more dependent on me than you'd expect for a girl her age, but that doesn't mean she needs me hovering around her all the time. Then again, she did seem more shaken up than usual. Maybe you're right. I should try and cheer her up while I still can.
That's not exactly what I meant. Oh, this is so difficult on a fair maiden's heart, I hope you know. You're just making me wish you were my brother all the more.
Why?
Alright. Let's see here. Is there any other places we can go? It's Ymir Valley now. We're getting pretty long. We're getting pretty long into this video. So we're gonna end the episode here. Next episode we'll be going into the Ymir Valley, which no idea what we're going there for, but we're gonna be doing that next episode. So thanks for watching. And there's save one. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.